Okay, so let's talk about Prey and the end credits. What does it mean and where do we go from here? Specifically, also talking about the gun that was presented, which we have to talk about that as well. So before we get any further into the video, go ahead and hit that subscribe button, hit the notification bell, check out our Prey ending explained. We also did a Prey kill count talking about all of the different kills that happened in this movie. Go check out both of those videos, and we got a ton more stuff for you coming on the channel. But let's get right into that end credits and what does the whole thing mean. So this isn't necessarily per se a end credit scene as we're used to. This happened during the credits of the movie, and this might just be a fun little nod at what can come next or what can be possible. It might not necessarily be a sequel that they're sort of teasing here, but I think it definitely will be, because Hulu made a ton of like views off of this video. I'm talking like they're putting up a YouTube video, but off of this movie. And Disney owns Hulu. Of course, I don't think the mouse is going to let that go, and they're going to make sure they get another one going. I would be happy for it. I think Dan Trachtenberg did an amazing job with this one and would want to see what he can develop in this world now. So basically, in the end credits, as we see the credits roll, the names of everybody involved in the movie, we start to get this little story being painted in the background of the natives, and then they have a little bit of visitors coming, and it is more of the Predator spaceships that might just be filled with some more Predators. Could they be coming for the body of the Predator that has been taken down, just as we've seen in other movies? Could they be coming for retribution? Usually that might not be the case, but we don't know. This is an entirely different time than what we saw in Predator 2. As we saw in Predator 2, they were pretty much giving an award to the one who took down the other Predator and then took the Predator's body. So we could see something like that be played out here, or we could see that maybe they aren't exactly here to be championing whoever did this, but in fact trying to challenge them as well, or sort of maybe get some retribution going on. So could we see an all-out scale war? All-out scale war. That's not the word, right? Scale out war. You know, let's not even go there with that. But could we see something where we see an all-out battle ensue between the natives as well as the Predators, and then we could also see the colonizers come in here in some way, shape, or form? That could definitely be something we could definitely see, and something different than what we're used to with the Predator movies. But one of the things that also connects all of this as well is that we have to see that gun be given back to the Predators at some point. And of course, that's the gun I'm talking about that we saw Naru have. And we could definitely see something like that happen here, where we could see that maybe somebody else who's possessing the gun now is going to lose it to the Predators, and they take it as a trophy, because as we know in Predator 2, they give this away to Danny Glover's character who has taken down the Predator. So in some shape, way, or form, they're going to have to like get this back, and that definitely means that we see a battle ensue or a fight that causes all of this to happen, right? So like I said, that post-credit scene and credit scene could mean anything, could mean nothing, and I'm just hoping that it does mean a sequel, because we do have to see what exactly happens next. I would love to see that for sure, because I don't think that the Predators just came down this one time and then they came back when Arnie was around and all of that, right? Like, we're definitely going to be seeing these creatures and stuff evolve into the future. Could we see a TV series about this? I would definitely be open to that as well. It doesn't necessarily have to be a movie or anything like that. A TV series could really flesh it out a little bit more and get more of these characters involved, because I think the world build that they were doing here was very interesting, and I would love to see these characters be expanded a little bit more as well. So let me know your thoughts and your opinions on what you would want from a sequel as well. Like I said, I want something that we haven't seen before, and I think it would get old to just have another Predator come in and sort of play out the same old cat and mouse game. I want to see these things go further into action and be more involved in the world around it as well, and maybe see a couple of them out here. I know we got in like teases of that here and there in Predators, AVP, all of that, but let's face it, those movies I don't think really hold up to the weight that Prey does. I think Prey is a well done film. I think cinematography wise, directing wise, writing wise, all of it really works so well. So in that caliber of filmmaking, to see a story like that be done right would just be amazing. So here's hoping that we do get to see that in the near future. So that gun also is pretty much the connecting tissue to all of the Alien movies, because as you go down into it, the gun connects to Predator 2, then Predator 2 connects in some way to AVP and Predators and all of that. So there's definitely no like saying that these aren't canon, any of these movies. All of these movies definitely are canon to each other for sure because of this one gun. So it would be interesting to see what exactly else can come from this. Do we see a xenomorph come up at some point throughout this time as well? But I think for now, keep it just to the Predator. I mean, like, yeah, right, like just keep it to the Predator. There's no need to really establish any other monster in here. I feel like maybe if you do a trilogy or a TV show, like I said, you could do something like that. But for a direct sequel to this movie, I would keep it just to the Predator and this whole time that it's in. I think it's interesting because it really sets up an interesting dynamic with the characters, because like I said, they don't have guns, they don't have future tech and all of that, and they're just going off fighting this alien that's more brutal as well, because the Predator itself was more primal and more brutal than the other Predators we've seen in the other movies, because it really wasn't as advanced or had as advanced tech as it did in the other movies. So I definitely did like it for that, for sure. Make sure you check out my Predator ending. Make sure you check out my Prey ending explain, where I talk more about the ending in itself and the movie as well, give more of my spoiler thoughts about it, and also my kill count video that I just did today. That was kind of fun to make, to go back and see, because you really see just how intense this Predator is at its killings and all of that, especially when it comes to that bear scene, which definitely threw me off guard. So go check out that video if you haven't either, but check out all my other videos. I do videos on movies, TV shows, all the stuff you love for sure. So check out all the videos on the left at the end of this video. Make sure you hit that subscribe button. We are on the road to 25,000 subscribers. We will do a giveaway once we get to that, but we're about to clock into 24,000, less than 400 to go for that. So if you haven't subscribed or haven't shared any of the videos, really would love if you do that. You can follow us on Culture Elixir on TikTok, Twitter, The Culture Elixir on Instagram. CultureElixir.com is our website where we post more stuff on there as well regarding movie news, TV shows, and all of that. Hit the notification bell so you know when all of these videos drops. We do have a new episode of the podcast dropping tonight, so you don't want to miss out on that. We're going to talk about the latest horror films, including Prey, and what's coming next. For sure, some announcements that we heard as well. So stay tuned for that podcast and follow us there as well. Buzzsprout.com is where we post it. I'll leave a link for it below, but you can find that on Spotify as well. As always, that is going to do it for us. Stay safe, stay positive.